What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video here on NBA 2K. There's a team I feel like I haven't rebuilt in quite some time, as today we're going to be doing a Houston Rockets rebuild where we finally get rid of John Wall, get him out of here, and start to rebuild the Rockets and put this team on the right path to go win a championship. Now, before we get this video, guys, if you could leave a like and, of course, subscribe if you're new, would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for that. But today will be more of a realistic style rebuild with the Houston Rockets. It's been a while since we've done one, so I know I've been kind of out of pocket with some of the trades I've been doing lately. So today I'm going to try to be really realistic today, get John Wall out of here, and start to put a really good team around, of course, Jalen Green and whatever else we can get involved here in Houston. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, this starts with the draft lottery for Houston. Adding another young player to this puzzle is just going to be really good for them. So let's go take a look at what we can maybe guess. We are projected at the number 2 pick in this draft. Let's go see if that will be the case or not. So the Thunder win number 14, and we unfortunately fall down to number 5, which is rather annoying, to be honest with you. If staying in the top 3 would have been really good, getting Paulo or Jabari would have been awesome, but unfortunately we dropped down to number 5, and that's going to suck. That sucks for us, but it's okay. Staff signing. I don't want to I don't know why Steven is gone already. I definitely would just like to bring him back if he's out here. I assume he'll come back, but I gotta find him first, obviously. So hopefully get him back. I'll figure this out. I hate the new staff. I just absolutely hate, man. I miss when it was just one assistant coach. It was so much easier. But let me go fill this out real quick, and then we'll go to the draft night, and then probably trade John Wall. Okay, so that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I didn't know if the Lakers would actually accept this, so I just went ahead and went with the real-life rumor that was, like, rumored at the trade deadline, and I guess it maybe gets revisited in the offseason if the Lakers obviously keep LeBron James and don't do anything drastic by trading AD and all this crazy stuff that people are talking about. But basically, this was the trade that was kind of talked about at the trade deadline. John Wall and Christian Wood for Russell Westbrook, Taylor Horton-Tucker, and a future first-round pick. So, obviously get THT as a young player and get a first-round pick in the future. We get rid of John Wall and Christian Wood. The Lakers get themselves those 2 guys. So that was kind of the trade that was talked about for the trade deadline. I don't know how good this is for the Rockets. I mean, getting rid of Christian Wood and John Wall in the same trade. Obviously, John Wall is someone you weren't even playing, but Christian Wood, I feel like you could maybe get, I don't know, better value for him. I guess essentially you get rid of, I just don't know. I don't know if the trade would go down in real life like that, but I just went ahead and made it happen. So obviously Russell Westbrook is here. Probably just for now. I don't know if Houston would just buy him out or what that would end up being, but regardless, obviously John Wall and Russell Westbrook are both going to accept their player options. That's almost $50 million on the table. You're not going to leave that off the table. Obviously, you're definitely accepting that. And of course, you have the 5th pick overall. So John Wall is gone. You have the 23rd overall pick as well from Brooklyn. So let's go see if we get number 5. So we have KPJ. We obviously have Jalen Green. So we have to keep that in mind. But we obviously can't be like, well, we're not just going to draft just because we have 2 guards. So we have Jalen Green, and then there's Jaden Ivey available here. Giant. This is why I would have loved to have had a top 3 pick. My choice would be so much easier. It's like 100% take Jabari or take whatever there if I was in the top 3. But now I kind of have a decision. So Dylan Durant is also someone I could consider. No, Jaden Ivey is here, but I don't know, man. Do we just draft? I mean, we already have guards, though. I just don't know if I want to draft Jaden Ivey. I kind of want to keep Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green as my backcourt, but there's also AJ Griffin Jr. here, which could maybe make some sense. 22 points per game in college. You got Dyson Daniels, Kenny Chandler, Patrick Baldwin. What do we want to do here? Jaden Hardy's also here. Then Jalen Durant, if we want to draft him. 20 points and 13 rebounds in college. I think I might take AJ Griffin Jr. here with this selection. Take him at number 5, I believe is what our selection was. And then we have Michael Foster. Did Jalen Durant fall this low? He probably didn't, right? Nah, he didn't. So, okay. Probably just draft Michael Foster, I guess, with number 23, and then we'll call it good on that. So we come out of the draft with AJ Griffin Jr., which is solid. We'll have him at our small forward position probably. So like I said, would have loved to have been able to get Jabari if we were in the top 3. Unfortunately, we did not get that lucky. And Jordan Durant actually went right after we selected AJ Griffin. So, okay. Let's select or assign both our rookies, Michael Foster and AJ Griffin. Welcome to Houston. Kevin Porter Jr. will accept, obviously. Then Jayshawn Tate will accept as well. Qualifying offers got Deshaun Nix and Bruno Fernando. Sure, offer those. And then free agency, we have Bruno Fernando. And then if we take a real quick look at our lineup right now, so it's Russell Westbrook. Obviously, like I said, Russell Westbrook won't be a huge part of this team. I could see Houston just buying him out, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. Kevin Porter Jr. and then Eric Gordon, which also is another guy that we could potentially trade away, which could make some sense. So his money looks like it's non-guaranteed next year. And Josh Christopher, and then Jalen Green obviously is the starter. And then not to skip over, we got David Nwaba, we got Garrison Matthews, we got Kennedy Martin, and we also have THT as well. So a lot going on there. And then we have Jayshawn Tate, Michael Foster, and then we have Alperen Şengün here at center, which is a guy I actually really like. So we'll kind of see. We can maybe roll with Alperen Şengün throughout the video. That might actually be kind of fun. But I do want to trade Eric Gordon, I think, as well. So we are going to trade Eric Gordon to get him out of here because we have a lot of forwards, a lot of guards that we really would rather give minutes to than Eric Gordon. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props website that allows you to go over or unders on NBA players. That way you watch the game and have a lot of fun with it. So for example, this is what it would look like on desktop. Also kind of looks like this, obviously, on your phone, but you just simply pick 2, 3, 4, 5 players, however many you want to choose. You just simply click over, under, whatever you want to do, and then you can either 3 times your money, 5 times your money, even 10 times your money, as long as you get all 4 right. Even if you wanted to do power plays or flex plays, it really does not matter. Either way, it works out however you want it to. So if you guys want to join Prize Picks, the link's in the description. Use my promo code Crushables when you sign up. So out of all the trades I'm getting in the trade finder, I think I like this one the most. The Grizzlies give me DeAnthony Melton in a 2023 first. We get a young guard and a first round pick next year. Obviously, the Grizzlies are really good. Eric Gordon could be added to that mix, be another guy that could be really good for them off the bench or whatever. Just like a nice 6-man, obviously. So we're going to do this trade. DeAnthony Melton and a 2023 pick. I actually would be fine with just taking the pick, but I'll take DeAnthony Melton as well. Why not? So we'll have DeAnthony Melton join this mix of guards we already kind of have, but hey, you know, we can never have too many players. So, and of course, we're not playing. I don't think we'll actually play Russell Westbrook this year, but we'll kind of see how that goes. We have David Nwaba, Garrison Matthews, and then we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with all these forwards that we have. Obviously, have a lot of them. Might trade David Nwaba just because, like, I kind of want to roll with one of our, you know, more of our younger guys than a 29-year-old and Jayshawn Tate and Michael Foster to fight over that power forward spot. So I think I will simply just trade away David Nwaba as well. Not that I'm expecting to get anything crazy for him, but maybe the Chicago Bulls, they offered me a second and Javonte Green, and then maybe we could just take the second round pick. Just trade David Nwaba simply out of here. Give him, you know, a new opportunity where he'll be better played. So I think that'll be it for me. I think I kind of like what we have here. Obviously, we're not going to be big factors of free agency. I'm not going to go crazy and sign anybody. So I think I'm going to roll with what we got. Obviously, there's more work to be done. But so far, we got John Wall out of here. We got Eric Gordon out of here. And we're kind of relying on Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green being that backcourt we expect them to be. And then THT is also here now. Russell Westbrook's obviously down. And overall, probably won't even play him in the rotation whatsoever, which is feels bad to do to him. And like I said, Houston could just buy him out. But I don't know if they would. So I'm not going to buy him out. I'm just going to bury him in the depth chart. And no disrespect to Russell Westbrook. I love him. But I'm just not going to play him in the rotation. So let's go to our rotation and see how it kind of looks. So Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, they want to start THT, what I'm not opposed to. And then Jayshawn Tate, Alperen Şengün, obviously, Garrison Matthews, AJ Griffin, Russell Westbrook, and then Kennedy Martin Jr. Like I said, I don't know if Russell Westbrook would love, you know, maybe come off the bench in LA is something, but coming off the bench for a team that's not competing for anything probably this year, just something I don't think Russell Westbrook would like doing. So again, I'm just going to bury him in the rotation. Hate doing it to the guy, but I'm just going to do it. So Russell Westbrook, I don't expect you to play for us this year. I'm sorry, but we'll roll our services without you. So Jalen Green, I want to get a lot of minutes to. THT maybe could become something here as well. Alperen Şengün, I want to continue to develop, and then AJ Griffin, we just drafted him. So and then actually, I kind of want to spread these minutes out even more. So let's throw some minutes at Josh Christopher down here as well. So 7 minutes, get him a little bit more. Let's take some minutes from here. Josh Christopher, get some minutes, and yeah, we'll do something like that. So we'll go ahead and simulate this season. Obviously, we're expecting to be pretty bad proficiency-wise, 3-star. For some reason, I can't find Steven whatsoever. So shot tendencies I kind of wanted to look at. So Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Greens, I wanted to be kind of boosted up quite a bit. THT as well. AJ Griffin is up there already. So kind of put them on the save wing. Like maybe Jalen Green a little bit higher. But let's simulate this season with this new, well, I guess not new backcourt, but kind of this new team a little bit. We made a little bit of changes. So obviously, we're going to suck this season again. That's kind of the point. We'll see how we do, and we'll have our draft pick and see what we can get in the draft. So the tank was successful this year. Obviously, really bad on the season. Christian Wood ended up being the 6th man in LA, so it looks like they got a pretty good package out of it. And Alperen Şengün, 14 points, 11 rebounds. I'm really happy I was able to let him blossom at the center position, and I didn't go for anything else. So I think I will continue to develop him as our brand new, or as our, not brand, I don't know why I keep saying brand new, but new, or our starting center. Not new either. Jalen Green, 18 points, 18 from Kevin Porter Jr., then Alperen Şengün, 14 points and 11 rebounds. 13 from THT, and then 11 from AJ Griffin. So the only annoying part about the simulation is I feel like no one took the reins. Jalen Green, I need you to average 30 next year. Do something like that. And then 18 from Kevin Porter Jr. So obviously not in the dance here. So let's go see who wins the championship here this year. As we have the Chicago Bulls maybe doing it. Yeah, Bulls go on to win it. And 7, Vucevic is your finals MVP. So another draft lottery, another money maker here. So let's go see where we're projected. So projected pick number 2. We get that pick because that is a Brooklyn swap. So we should get that pick, obviously. We get the best out of that swap. And we get number 3. So this time we actually stay in the top 3, which is awesome. We don't get Victor here. The Spurs win back-to-back number 1 overall picks. Drafting Victor would have been really cool here in Houston. But I mean, I'm not totally upset with losing the lottery because it would have definitely, put Şengün on the bench, which maybe wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I could trade up, but I probably won't do that. So let's go look at mock drafts, and I'm just going to remind myself who's. So we have Derek Lively, you have Scooter Henderson, and then Victor, obviously, is probably the best prospect, but unfortunately, we're not going to get him. And I really don't want to bench. I really don't want to bench Şengün. I kind of want to roll with him, but I might have to. Derek Lively or Scooter Henderson, then Derek Whitehead averaged 21.5 and 40%. So we'll see what we want to do. We have the 3rd overall pick. It's going to be a tough decision. We could actually trade down if we wanted to. Maybe we could be that kind of guy and trade down if we want to. We'll kind of see. Let's throw the trade. Let's jump into the draft and let's see. At number 3, well, I'm assuming Victor will go number 1 to the Spurs, right? Let's just assume that for sure. Went number 1 to the Spurs, no questions asked, obviously. The number 2 will probably be Scooter Henderson, I imagine. It was actually Derek Whitehead. So Scooter Henderson falls to us at number 3. And it almost seems like something that has fell in my lap that I can't pass up on. 18 years old. This could allow us to move on from Kevin Porter Jr. technically, which we could do. I would feel dirty about it, but we could do it and then roll with Scooter and Jalen Green instead of Kevin Porter Jr., which could be an option, I guess. Or we could draft Derek Lively. But I'm going to go with the drama here, and I'm going to go with Scooter Henderson at number 3. And I'm going to bring in another point guard, which obviously adds a little bit more competition. I'm going to draft Chris Livingston. I'll probably draft the backup center. So we got Bona here, so we'll grab him. All right. Just like that, Cameron, I've drafted 3 amazing prospects. We get Scooter Henderson, and at number 23, I believe it was, we grabbed ourselves Derek White, or I can't even remember what pick it was now, but then we also got Bona as a backup. So Livingston and Adam Bona, and then Taylor Horton-Tucker declines Jalen Green. Then I think Kevin Porter Jr. is actually a free agent this offseason. So that kind of, makes you wonder what we're doing. I don't really know what I want to do with him. Do we just sign and trade him and roll with Henderson, or do we keep Kevin Porter Jr.? I don't know what to do. I'm torn. So taking a look at the team right now, so it'd be Scooter Henderson and Jalen Green in the backcourt if we decided to roll with it, which I'm not totally opposed to doing that. That could be fun. Could be a little bit of a different look. And then AJ Griffin, Garrison Matthews, of course. Then Usman Garuba and Michael Foster. And then Alperen Şengün and Bona. So I kind of like the idea of letting AJ Griffin start at small forward this year. Garrison Matthews is the backup. Then we have Kenyon Martin Jr. as well. So there's just a lot of good options. But as far as power forwards are concerned, Jae'Sean Tate was obviously the starting power forward here, so we could replace him. Then Taylor Horton-Tucker, I probably won't end up re-signing. And I think I might just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sign and trade Kevin Porter Jr. for a power forward. And I hate doing it to the guy, but I'm going to do it. So Kevin Porter Jr., as long as he doesn't get an offer here, I'm going to sign and trade him for a power forward for a team that could use a guard like Kevin Porter Jr. So hate to do it to him, like I said, but I'm going to give him what I think he might get. 4 years, 19 million or something, or 4 years, 20 million, something like that. So I'll offer this to Kevin Porter Jr., and we're going to sign and trade him for a power forward. Like I said, we're going to do it, and I hate to do it to him, but I'm doing it. So I actually changed my mind. I'm not going to actually trade Kevin Porter Jr. just yet. He might still be a guy that I do look to trade away, but not yet. Not yet, at least. So Alperen Şengün's up to a 79 overall. Kenyon Martin Jr. is up to a 79. So let's go straight to this next season. At the trade deadline, though, he is not safe. He is not safe. I don't know. We'll see how things kind of go. But he is definitely somebody I could look to trade away. Not going to sit here and lie to you guys. So let's go to our rotation. We still suck, I think, for the most part. But if we look at the rotation, and they don't even want to start Kevin Porter Jr. They want to put Scooter Henderson in right away. I'm actually not going to do that to the guy. I'm going to let Scooter Henderson be the sixth man this year. And then the writing will be kind of on the wall for him. So we might use Kevin Porter Jr. in like a significant trade at the trade deadline. So we signed him. We got him back. But at the trade deadline, since we have so much depth and we have the ability to definitely make a trade with Scooter Henderson and Jalen Green as the future backcourt of this team, I think there's something we could accomplish. So watch out for the trade deadline. That's where I'm going to try to make my move. See if I can make something happen. If not, I guess it can wait till the offseason if we don't get anything figured out. So at the end of the season, we finished up as the 6th seed in the Western Conference. MVP goes to Trae Young. Victor wins Rookie of the Year in San Antonio. And I just realized San Antonio has a front court of Jabari Smith Jr. and Victor, which is insane. And then Davion Mitchell, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Defense Player. Pokusevski, your most proved. And Taylor Jenkins, your Coach of the Year. So I decided not to make a trade at the trade deadline. I really just couldn't find anything that I thought would be cool to get. You know what I mean? So 20 points from Jalen Green, and then 15 from Scooter Henderson, 15 from THC, and then 14.5 from Kevin Porter Jr. One thing I've kind of thought about, which I probably won't end up doing, but just kind of experimenting here. Could we technically keep... I mean, yeah, we could be weird and throw Kevin Porter Jr. at the small forward spot, but I probably won't do anything like that. I still want to look to trade him and put Scooter Henderson in the starting 5. They have really similar stats right now, so again, I just want to find something that'll just shape up the roster a little bit. So I guess we'll be waiting until the offseason. We made the playoffs, which is great, so we're happy about that. So going up against the Los Angeles Clippers, you have Cameron Payne, Paul George, Kawhi, Flipowski, and Serge Ibaka. It's only a current round against Los Angeles, and we are going to get eliminated in 7 games. The fact that we're even here was a good thing anyway, though. Spurs with their dynamic front court are going to go all the way. No, never mind, they don't. But Celtics go on to win it all, and they beat the Thunder in 4. Another offseason where, again, we can make some more significant changes. We have a draft pick here that's going to be awesome for us. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it anyway. We do have pick number... Nope, we don't even have our own pick. And then we actually have the 26B via the Nets, if I can talk. Okay, so good step in the right direction. Draft night is here. We have the 26th overall pick, and I am still, like I said, I still want to find that trade that I think would make sense for us to do. I want to roll Scooter Henderson and Jalen Green as the backcourt, but I just can't find what I want in order for that to happen. But I'm going to look hard and long this time. That's what she said, and let's see what we can find. Raptors fans might actually kill me if I do this, but I'm trying to pull this off, and I'm not going to lie to you. I said this video was realistic, so why the hell would the Raptors trade Scotty Barnes? Now, I will just defend myself by saying the Kings did it with Tyrese Halliburton, but at the same time, the Kings and Raptors are literally not the same whatsoever. So, you know what? I don't think the Raptors would do anything stupid like this, but I'm going to just try my best to throw as much as I can for Scotty Barnes to be my brand new power forward here in Houston. I'm trading Kevin Porter Jr. and Taylor Horton-Tucker. Obviously, I'm not done with this package, though, yet. Don't think I'm done and be like, what is this offer you're throwing? So, Josh Christopher as well. I'll throw in a couple picks. Future first-round picks that are going to be awesome in the future. For all this for Scotty Barnes, and we got Scotty Barnes in Houston now. And that is a dream scenario, but literally there was no other power forward that I wanted that I thought would be fun and different, and I just literally couldn't find it other than my man Scotty Barnes. So, again, this probably would never happen in real life, but hey, things happen sometimes you just don't expect, but this is one thing I think for sure that Raptors fans could tell me to my face and probably slap me while doing it that what the hell are you doing? But regardless, he is here in Houston next to Jalen Green and Scooter Henderson. We got Kevin Porter Jr. out here, which is what I've been trying to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need one backup guard, and I am chilling. So we could even go get Lonzo Ball. I'm not going to do anything like that, obviously, but we are able to get a really good guard if we really want to. Markelle Fultz is an option. Bring him in as a backup point guard if we wanted to. Saben Lee is also here. Killian Hayes, Peyton Pritchard. I think I might just go for Saben Lee to be our brand new backup guard here in Houston. Kind of like the idea of bringing him in. Then is Kenyon Martin Jr. still somebody we can re-sign? Yeah, he is. Okay, so I'm going to re-sign him as well. IMG Academy. I didn't realize he went to IMG Academy. That's where Anthony Simons went. So just like that, we have a brand new Houston Rockets team. And it'll look a little different. But player progression-wise, it's going to look like this. It's Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes, nice duo here in Houston. Now, AJ Griffin, Scooter Henderson, Alperen Sengun. So, just brand new rotation here in Houston, and I'm excited about it. Obviously, I don't get Scotty Barnes that often, which is why I thought it'd be fun to go get him as well. And we'll kind of see how things go. So, now we're literally, I think, in like the 2025 draft class type thing. So, power rankings should land us higher. We should finally be like a contender in the playoffs with this team. So, 9-man rotation, I think it's safe to say what we want to run. Scooter Henderson, Jalen Green, AJ Griffin, Scotty Barnes, Sengun, Saben Lee, Kenyon Martin, Chris Livingston, and Michael Foster. So, for efficiency-wise, we're sitting at a 4-star balanced. Let's go ahead and run this season. Let's see how things go. At the end of the season, we finish up as the 13th in the West. So we're pretty much back where we want to be. So after this season, I am done. I want to see how we perform in the playoffs. No matter what, this is the last season. So MVP goes LaMelo Ball. DJ Wagner wins Rookie of the Year. Damian Lillard's your sixth man in Portland. So Anthony Simons is taking over there. It looks like Giannis Defensive Player, then Shaedon Sharp's your most approved, and Billy Donovan's your Coach of the Year, and Jacob Parker's your executive. So LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, Kevin Durant, Zion, and Jokic. Here's your All-NBA second team with Shea, Lonzo, Giannis, Simmons, and Embiid. And All-NBA third team, Luka, Paul George, Tatum, Jimmy, and Karl-Anthony Towns. All-defensive first team and all-defensive second team. So we are the third seed in the West, like I mentioned. Looking at the player stats, we had 26 from Jalen Green and 22 from Scotty Barnes and 15 from Scooter Henderson and a 15 from AJ Griffin. So the team is just looking really solid, 11 and 8, and also a block per game from Alperen Sengun, 9 points from Saban Lee, and then 8 from Chris Livingston, 7.5 from Kenyon Martin, and 6 from Michael Foster. So here we go, going up against the Phoenix Suns. We have to play DJ Wagner. They don't even have why the hell was I about to say Ben Simmons? Devin Booker anymore. So that could bode well for us. They have Wiseman, though, at power forward for them, which is weird. Money current round against Phoenix, and we beat them in 5. So that's a really good start to this playoffs as we get to play the Denver Nuggets. We have Jaden Ivey, who I passed up on in the draft. Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Jokic. So, wow, that's a really good Nuggets team we're looking at right now. So 17 points for Jaden Ivey in the playoffs, game 1. We're up 1-0, 130-110. So that's a good start. Like I said, this is going to be a tough series. They do even it up, though. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. Okay. We beat them in 5. I really thought it was going to be tough. And, dude, it would have been awesome to play the Spurs. Like, the Spurs have themselves a freaking roster, man. Let's go look at the lineup. They got, like I said, they got both back-to-back number 1 overall picks. So, Victor and Jabari, that is insane front court, if you ask me. And then Jonathan Murray still is to that. That's a great Spurs roster. But they got limited by this Thunder team who have Josh Giddey, Shea, Thompson, Patrick Williams, Chet Holmgren. Okay, so this is going to be tough as well. Game 1, they're up 1-0. They won by 3. They're up 2-0. Okay, fair enough. Can we even it up, though? No, we cannot. 3-1 for the Thunder, and we're going to have to come back to 3-1 if we want to get past Oklahoma City and get to the finals potentially. It's not going to be easy, but hey, it's been done before. We've seen it in the past. So, and the Thunder have also blown 3-1 leads before. That doesn't get talked about enough, but we beat them 111-104, so that's a good start. 41 from my man Scotty Barnes. So, hey, if we can win Game 6, anything is possible. We are in Houston for Game 6, so if we can... maybe win this game, force a Game 7. All the momentum would be in our hands going to Oklahoma City. And it is a back and forth game, but we do beat them by 1 point, 135-136, 30-13 from Josh Giddey. Wasn't enough. And here we go with the Game 7. Now, usually Game 7s, when I come back 3-1, I get disappointed because 2K is like, hey, I know you just kind of made that triumphant comeback, but sorry, you're going to lose in Game 7. But hey, we're off to a really good start. That doesn't mean nothing, though. So I'm not going to get too excited just yet. They are kind of crawling back. They're kind of crawling back in this 109-100. And we beat them, and we made the Thunder blow a 3-1 lead. Let's go. 113-102. 23 from Jalen Green and 20 from Scotty Barnes. 15 from Chris Livingston. And now I get to play the Philadelphia 76ers, who absolutely got mopped by the Brooklyn Nets tonight, by the way. James Harden played terrible. But Embiid, Amani Bates, John Kachar. I think we should beat this team. They're down, or they're up 1-0. We even it up, though. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And we get it done in 6. Yes, let's go, baby. Okay. Made the Thunder blow a 3-1 lead, and we won a championship with Scotty Barnes as our finals MVP. So, I will tell you right now, I said this was a realistic video, and for the most part, I think I accomplished that. I will say the Scotty Barnes trade was a little out of pocket. Don't know if that would actually happen. Probably wouldn't happen. And Raptors fans, trust me, this is just 2K if you're watching, which none of you may be watching, but just don't kill me. So, thank you guys for watching, though. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Maybe we should be doing some more realistic rebuilds, man. Those are my realistic videos are my favorites, man. That's just where I have the most fun in 2K, when I'm trying to be the most realistic I possibly can be. Obviously, sometimes we get trades like this, but thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.